Okay, homework 23 is our second recap homework. Really important to go back and look at things because you're on a 2-year course and you do need to recap. So the first question, question 1, gives us a polynomial, gives us k as a constant, and tells us that this is a factor. So as x minus 3 is factor, that tells us that f of, if we sub in 3, we must get 0. That's what we're told by the factor theorem. If this is a factor, f of 3 is 0. All we're going to do now is sub in 3. So we get 3 cubed minus 2 lots of 3 squared plus k3 plus 6, and we know that this has to equal 0. This is now going to give us something that we can solve. We can get k out. So we get 27 minus 18 plus 3k plus 6 equals 0. If we subtract that, we get 9. If we add that, we get 15. We get 3k plus 15 equals 0. We get 3k equals minus 15, implies k equals minus 5. So we've got that. That means f of x is actually equal to x cubed minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 6, and that's our new cubic. We're now asked to factorize f of x into 3 linear factors. Now we know that x minus 3 is one of our factors, so all we're going to do is divide out the rest of our polynomial. So this is my factor that I know. I'm going to divide out this. So the first step is to look at what we need here to give us an x cubed. So in this case it's an x squared, because if we have x squared times x, we're going to get x cubed. So up here, I've not really left myself any room. Let's put it here, x squared. So we're going to get x cubed, but if we multiply this whole bracket by x squared, we're also going to get a minus 3x squared. We're subtracting this, so we get x cubed, take away x cubed is 0, minus 2x squared minus 3x squared is minus 2x squared plus, which gives us x squared. We've also got our minus 5x and our plus 6 from there. We're now going to need an x lots. If we have x lots of this, we're going to get x squared minus 3x. Again, we're subtracting this. X squared take away x squared is 0. Minus 5 minus minus 3 is minus 2x plus 6 from here. We now need minus 2, because if we have minus 2 lots of this, we get minus 2x. Minus 2 lots of this is going to give us a plus 6. 0, 0, and we're done. So we were asked to factorize into 3 linear factors. So we know that our f of x is actually equal to x minus 3 and then x squared plus x minus 2. This isn't 3 linear factors because this has got a squared in it. This is what we call a quadratic factor, but we can factorize underneath. This is going to factorize into x plus 2x minus 1. And there are our 3 linear factors. For the last part of this question, we're asked to find a remainder when we divide by x plus 3. You can do this in any number of ways. The mark scheme does it slightly differently, but we're just going to do it using good old-fashioned algebraic division. So we have x plus 3 and x cubed minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 6, and we're just going to divide it out exactly the same as we did here, but with a different number. So if we have x squared, we're going to get x cubed plus 3x squared. Subtract. We get 0 here. We get minus 2 minus, now it's plus 3, so we're going to get minus 2 minus 3, which is minus 5x squared minus 5x plus 6. Remember to bring this down every time. We now need minus 5x If we have minus 5, we're going to get minus 15 here. We're subtracting this. Minus 5x minus minus 5x is 0. Minus 5 minus minus 15, so this is minus 5 plus 15, which is 10x plus 6. We're now going to need 10 lots of this, which gives us 10x plus 30. We're subtracting this, which gives us 0 here, and it gives us 6 take away 30, which is minus 24. I'll just put that very last line up on the camera as well. So we get minus 24 as our very, very last line. Remainder minus 24, and that's the end of the question.